Well, hello, and welcome to this edition of the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Thank you for being here, whether you're a first timer, long timer, cross watcher. Everybody is welcome to this somewhat unusual tarot reading. Unusual in the sense that we work from the premise you know what you want to manifest. You already are clear about what you want to manifest. Doing it, getting there is a different story, and that requires that you tap into what I call frequency keys. And so every day, we take a look at these frequency keys to help you move along more quickly, more effectively to your manifestation. We begin with something called the Hyper Shuffle. Let's get to it. And here is today's Tao Manifesting Tarot. Let's get to this manifestation key, this key frequency that will help you open the door, unlock what you want to manifest. And we begin with the frequency of happy, happy. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so let's focus on this frequency as we're doing the reading. This is the frequency key of happy. Happy meaning positivity, meaning probably good fortune and a quicker or a better way for you to manifest. Alrighty, so let's get to that. That's pretty nifty stuff. We begin here with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords bringing some new piece of information, some new insight, something that you need that will help you to get to your happy, happy. Now, we're just about a day away from the new moon in Gemini. We're about 3 or 4 days away from Mercury going direct. So I'm thinking over the next maybe week or so, you very likely will have some sort of an insight. And do not disregard any insight, no matter how small, because that may be just the thing that gets you moving towards your manifesting energies much more quickly. Coming up next, we have a Five of Swords. Swords, of course, are thoughts, ideas, inspiration. And that being the case, the Five of Swords means that there's been a lot of noise in your life. Probably a lot of thinking, maybe even arguing, maybe debating. But in the end, you realize this is just conflict for the sake of conflict. It really didn't accomplish anything. You didn't convince anybody. They didn't convince you. And you just kind of all walk away from one another. And that's it. You have a couple of pieces of information, but you're not even sure about them. It was just a lot of noise and very little light. Not very satisfying, not very helpful at all. So you want to put an end to this kind of a thing, this bickering, this incessant talking, debating, whatever. You know, we're in a time period right now in the history of mankind where people are divided. And it's a situation of you deciding what is valuable to you, what is important to you, why is it important. And whatever else surrounds you, not important. It can pass away, it can die. Actually, it should. This is a journey which we all take on our own as we move toward truth, justice, those kinds of things. I know they're high sounding, but that's really, really important, because at this point, after all that we've been through, especially the last couple of years, and maybe what lies ahead in the immediate future, we have to be our own authority. We have to be the one who decides, this is what I will stand for. This is what I will base my life on. This is what I will hold as the ultimate value in my life. This is your manifesting idea, by the way. And if your manifesting idea tends to be a little bit more shallow, a little more 3D than 5D, that may be where you're running into the issue. This is a 5D moment, although we're kind of feeling like it's a 3D situation. But the idea of you moving forward to your happy, happy means that you have to be centered. You see her sitting on a, what does it look like, a rock, an egg, something? And she's got this inspiration, this yellow light around her. It's beautiful. That's really where you have to be You have to be in a position where you are taking care of that business on your own. You have to make a choice. And it will probably be between two things that you are familiar with. Very often things we're familiar with we confuse with the idea that we love them because obviously they're here and so we must. Or it could be two people, two concepts, two ideas. Remember, we were talking earlier about the Five of Swords, all the debating, the noise and all that stuff, the rhetoric. And maybe you have to make a decision between the rhetoric. But there are two things that you are attached to, and you have to make a choice between them. That makes it very tricky to be sure. So, what do you look for? How about a little clue, a little hint? Page of Cups. A little gift of love. Not much. Very small. Maybe even an apology. Something. A token of positivity. A token of love. A token of affection, friendship, whatever. Maybe it's just with you. Maybe you decide, you know what? I'm going to be a little gentler with myself. I'm not going to expect perfection, but I'm going to move in that direction. That's my happy. Again, it's a small idea. It is not a big idea, but it is enough to inspire you. And that's what will lead you to your happy. So from there, we go to time moving forward. And I think that's really kind of highlighting the fact we have the new moon coming up in a day. We have Mercury going direct in about 3 or 4 days. I think that's the idea. Is it going to be good or bad? Well, that's up to all of us, and maybe it's up to fate, too, a little bit, huh? But we improve the odds when we decide, okay, we're going to move forward. Yes, we're going to our happy. And that means reestablishing a positive, thoughtful connection with ourselves and our values and stepping into our future. Putting down the burdens. You know, all the things that we assume about ourselves, about other people, about our responsibilities. You're saying that's enough. I'm gonna restart. I'm not going to take these old burdens, these old thoughts, these old ideas, these old responsibilities with me. I'm going to put them down. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to turn the page. I'm going to turn the page to my happy place. And in fact, the vice versa card is going forward today. And you see here we got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, everybody goes, stealing. No, I don't think so. I rarely feel that way. What I see, and this is the second time we've seen swords in an active role. Seven of Swords is somebody walking away from something, but with swords. Swords are ideas, thoughts, maybe even feelings. And so that being the case, that's you. You've put down your burdens. You're walking away from an old situation, whether it's a person, a job, maybe a way of life. You're saying enough is enough. I'm put down my burdens. I'm going to start new. I'm going to my happy. I'm going to take the swords, the thoughts, the ideas that support me, that fulfill me, that give me sense, give me purpose, give me direction. I'm going to take those with me and I'm leaving because where I've been has accomplished nothing for me, hasn't made me feel happy or whole. It has not fulfilled your manifestation purpose. You want to be happy, then you have to leave with what you know is true for you. Step forward into your future. Let the old stuff pass away. But you can do this, no doubt about it. For the folks at YouTube, please like and share, subscribe. We like all those things, and make it a point to get together again tomorrow because I do a brand new Manifesting Tarot reading every single day. So I'll be here. I would like you to be as well. All right. If you're not, don't worry about it. Next time you and I have a chance to manifest tarot together, we will do so. But between now and then, as I always wish for you from my heart, my spirit, peace and blessings.